Welcome to Subjective Discipline in Education, a two-session professional development. This is Session 1, Evidence of the Problem. This professional development is being presented by S. Ross Gennaro in partial fulfillment of the requirements for obtaining a Master's of Science in Educational Leadership from Western Governors University. If you have any questions about this professional development or your participation in it, please feel free to contact me via my email as provided in the Welcome Participant email. By the end of this professional development series, we want to determine if the implementation of the CHAMPS model for classroom management and the supporting strategies shared in these sessions can help to reduce the subjective discipline practices that are taking place in our classrooms, as well as improve the classroom climate and culture, which will in turn naturally reduce negative behavior. As you saw in the opening of this presentation, there is research from across the country with regards to the disparity in the administration of discipline in education. And while you only saw a brief sampling of the research, the same issues ring true here at Liberty. Let's take a look. Here at Liberty, our student population is comprised mostly of students who identify with the Black demographic subgroup, nearly 83%. The remaining population identifies as either white, Hispanic, multiracial, Asian, or American Indian. During the 2019-2020 school year, the number of students that were suspended from school was equivalent to 57.8% of the entire student body. Of that 57.8%, 53.8% were Black students. That means that 93.2% of the students that were suspended were, in fact, from the Black subgroup. Given the demographic makeup of the student body, the high percentage of Black students being suspended, while high, is not too far from marginally proportionate. However, when the suspension rate is viewed in terms of the suspension rate within the individual subgroups, the disparity becomes clear. In an objective and culturally responsive environment, discipline rates within each subgroup would only vary marginally. However, in the current system, that is not the case. Of the three subgroups that are most frequently suspended, the Black subgroup was suspended 2.22 times, or 222%, more often than the other two subgroups, white and Hispanic, combined. Why are students being suspended? The biggest question is, why are students being suspended in such high numbers, especially students of the Black subgroup? Of the 22 infraction codes, the most cited violation was rules violation. According to the administration, the rules violation code is a catch-all for behavior that does not categorize as one of the other violation codes. 409 students, or 47.3% of the student population, was suspended for a rules violation, Code 24, while only 58 students, or 6.7% of the student population, was suspended for the second most frequent violation, fighting, Code 30. In terms of the 499 suspensions administered, rules violation was cited as the reason for the referral on 82% of the referrals submitted to administration, 70.4% higher than the next most frequent cited violation of fighting, which was cited on 11.6% of referrals. Examples of behavior that have appeared on referrals and categorized as a rules violation have been behaviors such as profanity, dress code violations, cell phone usage, classroom disruption, insubordination, etc. Keeping in mind that the equivalent of 64.9%, or 465 students, of the Black subgroup was suspended, 380 of those students, or 53.1% of the Black subgroup, were rules violations. That means that all of the suspensions of Black students, nearly 82%, were categorized as rules violations. Recalling the quote from the opening of this presentation, it is clear that this is not an isolated trend, as Riddle and Sinclair in 2019, in their own study of discipline, found that This category of rules violation or defiant behavior is a relatively subjective category of misbehavior in comparison to all of the other category codes. In an interview with a Liberty administrator, they pointed out that the majority of the referrals for black students come from teachers who are quick to write referrals so that the students will be removed from their classroom. They don't even try to build relationships with the students. They take the student's behavior personally when that is just the personality of the student, and it isn't personal to the student until the teacher makes it personal when they react by writing a referral and sending the kid out. In a separate interview with one of the Liberty teachers who frequently writes referrals, in reference to black students, the teacher stated that they just don't care. They don't want to learn. They just want to come in here and disrupt my class. While the interviews are from individuals, the data clearly demonstrates a disparity in discipline and a system that is conducive to subjectivity when administering that discipline. So, what are your thoughts? Is there evidence supporting subjective discipline practices in education? This concludes session 1. The survey link for session 1, it can be found in the welcome participant email. The questions for session 1 and session 2 are contained in the same post-survey email. You may pause this video at this point and complete the portion of the post-survey that is associated with this session, or you can go ahead and continue on to session 2 and complete all the survey questions at one time. Again, the link for session 2 and the link for the post-survey questions can be found in your welcome participant email. Thank you, and we'll see you during session 2.